the expedited intro today. We got some events coming up next year. 3 which are solid dates booked, but then a couple that I want to do. And so I thought, well, if I put them out here on the podcast, one, I can gauge the interest of you guys listening, but it's also like I'm declaring it to the universe, so I have to do it.
Bingo.
Yeah. And I haven't told you about the key one that I want to do. So let's actually start with that.
Okay, tell me.
So we've been talking for a while about like, we have the coach certificate. There's the coach's internship, which is kind of happening here in the gym. But the coach certificate, that's kind of like where outsiders can come and get clued up on our approach to coaching and become qualified to work in our gyms. But there's nothing that just delves into the training specifically. And I think you would probably share this, but it's been a bit of a gripe of mine. Just had a bit of friction with that idea because I'm like, I want to be putting our training out there more. Like I want that to be the thing that people are learning about.
I share that with you for sure.
And so I thought next year, as in 2025, which when you're hearing this, it might be 2025, but only very early on. The strength and movement experience, SMX.
Oh, yeah. I like that a lot.
2 days here in the gym, bodyweight, strength and movement, lift. Our 3 core programs broken down. The cornerstones of each program taught to you. The foundational movements of each program taught to you. You train them. You get to learn them. We teach you the ethos, how they all link together, how these 3 programs complement one another to build a body that is strong, robust, durable. And, whether you are a coach who wants to kind of expand your technical horizons or you are a gym enthusiast who just wants to learn about training and you love this shit, or you train with us and you just want to go deeper on what we do, it's all that. I've already spoken to Dylan and Sammy about it, about them presenting, as Dylan as the head programmer of S&M and now Bodyweight, and Sammy of Lift, and then myself, and then whoever else would want to be involved. But yeah, presenting those programs to the people. Yeah, what do you think about the SMX?
Fucking love it. I'm going to hit you straight up with like something else on top. 3 days, not 2.
3 days, bruh.
3 days.
Wow. I mean, I like it. How do we do it logistically?
Well, why not 3 days? We shorten it down so it can be more accessible to more people. But like if you're doing 2 days, you can usually do 3 days. And I don't know, I think it gives you more, obviously, time to work with. Doesn't mean that you have to do more hours in total. But, it's like they'll have time to hang out, regurgitate, practice, play maybe in the afternoons if the session's like in the morning, or maybe it's a morning and afternoon, shorter sessions, and they've got the middle of the day to play, express, and kind of, collaborate. But just, when you're squeezing it in,
yeah,
because I know that, even if 2 days is tight,
It would be. It always is.
And then, just there'll be more buy-in.
So what then? We're just saying to people, hey, you got to take the Friday off work or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, no problem with that. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that would be nice because then it's like one theme for each day.
Exactly.
And it's done at a reasonable hour so you can do whatever the fuck you need in the afternoon. Or
Yep.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Fucking, yeah, I like it a lot. We've spoken about it on and off over the last few years. I strongly believe, in terms of like getting our brand and our ethos and our message and reaching people, I really think that it all started with that. That's where the main inspiration lies. If you don't get this or you don't froth over this part, then usually we don't align well with those people anyway. Like the business stuff kind of has to come second, we found. Not that it's not important, but it's just like, well, this is the underlying value that we have to align on, which is this is mad. This is mad. This is interesting and important.
Yeah, and that's it. It's the product, right? Like it's absolutely the thing that we're pushing.
Yes. So
you got to be in on that, and in that way, I think it's I'm guessing that there's a lot of people that maybe want to get more familiar with what we do, but say like a coaching course is maybe a bridge too far. It's like, well, fuck, I don't want to. I'm not trying to become a jungle coach. I just,
Yeah, exactly.
So something like this is like, you're not committing to anything beyond just learning some stuff from us.
Yes. So you would do this. So this would be open to everyone. I like it because it's a wider net, and enthusiasts and coaches alike can turn up. And then you'd still need to do the, say, coaches intensive. And I guess that what you're talking about is the difference between coming, training and learning movements and all of that versus doing that plus having to coach, which I know that was a bridge too far for some people that came anyway, knowing that, hey, they're going to have to try and coach a workout during this.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. So, the coach certificate would be still the prerequisite to coach, right? In any of our gyms. I do believe we need to have like a dedicated workshop for each of those 3 programs: a bodyweight workshop, S&M, and lift.
For coach's competency.
Yeah, which are tied to the coach certificate. So it's like you would purchase it in like a bundle of sorts, and then you got to come and tick those ones off at different times, because in that 2-day coach certificate, we just don't have enough time to go as deep as we need to on the training or like on the movement specific, right? So at the moment, that part of it is kind of falling upon the gyms to pick up that slack.
Yep.
But really, the way I've been thinking about it is that there would be like 2 different dates a year where you could come and do a bodyweight workshop, and then 2 different dates a year, S&M, 2 dates lift, so you can kind of piece it together how you need. And, maybe you could start working in one of the gyms, but you would have to get those, ticked off within the 12-month period or something.
Yep.
That's the only thing I'm thinking there with the strength movement experience is like, I don't want them to step on each other's toes. So the strength and movement experience, maybe 3 days is good, but maybe it is better to keep it shorter.
Gotcha.
So it's like come and get a taste and learn it, but you're not learning it to the extent that a coach who's going to go and coach it is learning it.
Yeah, gotcha. Yes,
I don't know.
Yeah. I see the difference.
Yeah. But yeah, either way, it's coming from that same place of like wanting to put the training out there more. And I mean, fuck, if you listen to our other episode about commercial gyms being the Wild West, you would understand that there is a urgent need to lift the standard of training and coaching and exercise prescription within the fitness industry. So yeah, that's the big one that I want to do.
Very cool, very cool.
At the moment, I'm looking at first half of the year, probably April or May.
Yep.
Mid to late April or May would be the vibe. Here's what I want you guys to do. If you're listening and you're like, that sounds sick, let me know. I just want to get some energy behind it. info@junglealliance.com, or get me on Instagram and just be like, yeah, sick, I would do that, because I do want to make that happen. The other events that we got coming up, we have 2 of the Coaches Certificate, formerly known as the Coaches Intensive. 2 of those in Sydney here at Botany. We got March 15, 16 and September 2021. You can sign up for those now at a discounted price on the website, junglealliance.com, and kind of covered it already, but to clarify, that is the course you would need to do if you want to work in one of our gyms. Or if you wanted to open your own jungle gym, you would have needed to complete that course as well. So you've got 2 opportunities to do that in Sydney next year. Northern Rivers, we are looking at doing one April 5 and 6. That's mostly because there's a crew at Ballina and at Cabarita Beach who they've got some new coaches that they've recruited, and they've got some members who are interested, and so we're looking at getting that happening up there. We just need to make sure we've got a minimum number of enrollees there to do that. But so, yeah, considering the Northern Rivers, that could be 3 opportunities to get your cert done next year. The other event, which was one that I ran last year and I didn't do this year, is the Gym Owners Info Night.
Ah, yes.
And that was actually really great. I ran that with the help of Ricky
That's
you
right.
know Ricky Gilby.
Ricky, man. Just Ricky Bones.
Ricky, man. Ran that with the help of Ricky, and it was really just telling the story of Jungle Alliance, and then how we help aspiring gym owners to go on and create a successful, epic, community-driven gym like ours. And so I've had a couple of people ask me like, "Fuck, when are you doing another one of those? I'd love to attend." And so I'm going to do at least one of those next year, if not two.
Cool.
And I say two because I've realized it's not nice doing events in the middle of winter in the gym because the gym's fucking freezing. So I'm thinking maybe one in like the first 4 months of the year and then one in the back 4 months.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Cool.
That's a free event. That's just like, hey, if you want to just know how it is that we run our business and how we support you to do the thing, come along. So with that one too, if that's of interest to you, do let me know. info@junglealliance.com. Flick me an email or hit me on Instagram. Because again, with all this stuff, right, there's kind of like no end to the things we could be doing. But as soon as I get a few people telling me, hey man, when's the next one of this coming up? I get really motivated to do it. And, you know, we're at that really young stage where it's not like there's this torrent of people begging for an info night, right? So, you know, if I get a few people that are like, I'm keen, that's all I need to hear to make it happen.
Yeah, I'm sitting here just my creative juices are flowing. Yeah, I'd like to get involved this time with this one. Straight away, I think we need to just align with the content material and get a camera and film specific parts of the content so that we can piece it together in a short. Like filming the whole thing is like a nice coverall safe, but I think we get like key parts and we can kind of work that how we want that narrative to piece into a bit of a video, just so that we can tell that story without having to have them sit there for a 50-minute one-shot YouTube video or whatever it is. Yeah. No, that'll be wicked. Those are good. Like, you got good engagement from that. And then you remember when we did the first one ages ago, the JB Way one?
Yeah.
Like,
that was a real hit, that one.
It was, man, people, you know, they want to know and they sit there asking questions, and, you know, the members that turn up are like, you know, they're like, I didn't actually know. I love this place anyway. Now I love it more because I actually know the context and the history and everything of it. So, yeah, I'm fucking thinking of all the reasons why we should be doing it.
Yeah.
I think they're like, you know, people want that. Yeah, Bo.
Yeah, it'd be fun, eh?
Yeah, fun. Yeah, can't wait to see that on, you know, maybe it's the website or whatever, all in on a calendar. Just trying to get my head around when all that is, but it's cool. There's quite a few things going on during the year.
Yeah, there's a bunch. But yeah, look, if you are someone that follows our stuff and you're interested in how we do it, and maybe you're thinking about working with us, whether that's to coach or to run your own gym, there's going to be some events in there that you will froth on. So do reach out so that we can at least have a conversation, and then hopefully see at one of those in the new year. I will put the coach's cert is already on the website. Once I lock a date in for the strength movement experience and info night, I think I'll put those up on the website too. I believe we have the capacity to do that. So yeah, hopefully you can find a booking link for those soon. You can keep an eye on our Instagram for the most up-to-date information on that side of things. Thanks, fam.
Cheers.